Hi, good evening. Welcome to Business Studio Television. It's with absolute pleasure that I welcome Aamir Khan, actor producer, and Gunjan Soni, country managing director of YouTube. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you very much. This is a big moment for you, Aamir.
Yeah.
We just love the bit about you saying the movie has to go Mars. I'd like to start off with that.
Sure. Actually, Krishna, I was struggling with this around 15 years ago. I got to know that I should have known earlier, I confess, but I got to know around 15 years ago, maybe a little more than that, 18 years ago, that the number of people who are able to watch films in our theaters, in our cinema halls, is a fairly small number. So even our biggest hits gets a footfall of about 3 to 3.5 crore people. And that's roughly between 2 and 3% of our population. This is true around 15, 18 years back. It's true even today. So the biggest hits like Three Idiots or Dangal or Animal or, Pushpa. Pushpa being a multi-language film may have, footfalls additional in the south. But Hindi films, by and large, are able to service between 2 and 3% of the population of the country. So when I got to know that, the first thought that came to me is that how are we servicing the rest of the population? And as a creative person, I would like to reach each and every person in the country. So if theaters is unable to reach that, then we need more theaters. So for a long time, and even today, I'm pushing for more theaters. There are districts in India which don't have a single theater. So we really need theaters all across the country. The penetration of theaters, we need more. Density of theaters are needed. But in this time that I was trying to find a way to bridge that gap, on numerous occasions I came up with ideas, but then I, cancelled them myself. For one reason or the other, the time was not right. And I think today, it's the right time for the perfect storm. And one of the big reasons for that is, I think, when the government brought in UPI, that really transformed the payment system in the country. From a cash payment system, almost all of us have shifted to an electronic mode of payment, digital payments. Most of all our buying happens on our phones. And all the payments that we make are, India is the number one country in electronic payments. So the ability, so the payment gateway is an important obstacle in that. Internet penetration, over the years has grown dramatically. Today it's really strong and growing. And the third variable that I was hoping to crack was a large enough platform so that you can sit on one platform and actually reach, every corner of the country. And that platform, I was wondering which one it should be. And then I realized that actually YouTube is the platform that all of us use. My mother uses it, I use it, my children use it. All generations use it. It has a very large penetration. I'm sure Gunjan will be better with the numbers. But it has a very strong, YouTube is on every device, almost comes preloaded on many devices. Smart TVs, smartphones, tablets, etc. And so I felt that, this is the right time now. The electronic payments are now become a norm. Internet penetration is strong. And YouTube is one platform that actually gives you, not just in India, but all over the world. Because YouTube is popular all over the world. So when these three things came together, I realized that now is the time. And which is when I approached YouTube and I, suggested to them that this is something I've been thinking of for very long. I want to add here that as cinema audiences, the way that we consume films, the model that we follow is in fact a pay-per-view model. Because across the decades, from the last 100 years when cinema became a business, we go to the theater, we pay for it once, and we watch it once. That's actually pay-per-view. So I wanted to take that same model and extend it to YouTube, whether, so as cinema audiences, we choose which film we want to watch. We don't watch any film. We decide कि हमको ये film देखनी है, वो film देखनी है. It may be my favorite actor, it may be I've liked the trailer, maybe I've liked the songs, for whatever reasons. Or maybe I've heard it's a great film. So that choice is always with the audience. It's always, but I felt that we need to find a way to reach the audience at least. Then they choose whether they want to or not. But as a creative person, it is my dream to be able to reach each and every Indian at a rate that is reasonable, at a price that is reasonable and affordable. You know, at one time this was called the mass medium. And today I don't think we can describe it that way. So this is an attempt on my part to also make it once again a mass medium, where a working force person, a labor force person can, with dignity, buy the ticket, doesn't have to do piracy, can legally purchase the ticket and purchase or rent the movie on YouTube for 100 rupees. Him and his family of 4 or 6 can watch the film together. So the film comes to, for 4 people, it's 25 rupees per head. For 6 people, it's, 15 rupees per head. So if you call your neighbors, it's even less. So I really feel that this is the wave that my films can finally reach everyone at an affordable price. And as a creative person, that is my dream. When I'm making something, I want every Indian to watch it. Or at least every Indian should be able to watch it at a reasonable price and at a in a manner that is easy for him to, consume. Digital, as we know, you can watch the film anywhere you are. You can watch it in a car, you can watch it in a train, you can watch it in a plane, you can watch it in a bus. Of course, you'll need headphones if it's too noisy. You can watch it at home with your family. You can watch it alone in your bedroom. It's your choice where you want to watch it. So I think this model that, we are trying to put out there is an experiment in that sense. This is the first time that this has happened, that after a successful theatrical run, the film is now going straight onto a pay-per-view model or a video-on-demand model on YouTube as its first, stop after the theaters.
And this perhaps is going to become the benchmark for all Aamir Khan production.
I would hope so. I would hope so. See, this is an entirely new terrain, and none of us know what the outcome will be, It's like we have taken off on a ship in the high seas, and like Christopher Columbus took off to look for India. Of course, he found America. But so we don't know what we will find on this journey. But it's definitely a journey that I'm committed to. And it's a journey which will be a learning process. And I think we will refine this as we go along also. I wanted to add a few things. This also gives a lot of flexibility to creators. Because today I'm making a film which is 2 or 2.5 hours long. Tomorrow I might want to make content which is 20, 25 episodes of 5 minutes each. I can put that out. And I can price that differently, which is a more suitable price. I could make 1 hour episodes of, 13, a series of 13 episodes. That can be priced differently. I can make a short film of 30 or 40 minutes and I can price that differently. So it gives me, as a creative person, it gives me the flexibility to put different content out, unusual content out. And I can price it differently, so I can be sensitive to that, So I think there are a lot of advantages to this model, which I'm hoping that will succeed. And once again, we can then call cinema the mass medium that it was. And also I feel that the dream of mine that, I should be able to reach every Indian. I want to fulfill that dream. Then each one, of course, as an audience, chooses what they want to see and, what they don't want to see.
Gunjan, YouTube brings to table scale and size. And it comes easily to every generation, like what Aamir said. From a purely business strategic point of view, what does this agreement really mean to you?
Yeah, I think this is definitely very strategic for us. And I think maybe starting the story with, Aamir sharing his dream, I think it was definitely music to our ears, because at the heart of it, this dream is about democratization of content. and taking it to every audience, in India or globally that one believes will resonate with content like this. And this is the primary mission for YouTube, to provide every content maker, whether they are the largest filmmakers, smaller ones, and equally, content creators. YouTube is the home of the creative economy for years. So it's therefore to that extent very core to our mission, and it's very strategic from a long-term direction perspective. Now, the other aspect of what Aamir talked about is really, again, putting control and flexibility in the hands of the content makers. And I think that's what's very unique also about this approach, because it is not like movies on demand have not been available in India or not available on YouTube. YouTube has already a big library, both globally and in India, of movies on demand. I think the real difference here is the choice of when to come on the platform and how close to theater you make that experience to be. The other strategic thing from our perspective is where the audience is.
That's right.
We love to meet the audiences as and where they are and anywhere they are. And then therefore to that extent talking about reach, and I know you're in the world of business, you love the numbers. So I think if we look at just the unparalleled reach that we can offer Indian cinema, if I just take ComScore as a third-party source of data, and you look at the internet population in India, adults above the age of 18, if they're internet users, 4 out of 5 of them are already on YouTube. And then if we take entertainment as the genre, which is what we are talking about, and we see the global videos which are being consumed for just entertainment and nothing else, that's a whopping 7.5 billion views on a daily basis. Not monthly, not yearly, daily basis.
Really huge.
Right? So that is the reach which is really unparalleled and truly democratizing, therefore, access. I think last but not the least, and Aamir alluded to it, we do want to remember that YouTube's been home to Indian cinema for a very long time. Movies always break on YouTube, trailers, songs, music videos, your favorite artists, behind the scenes has become a big deal now increasingly. So entire fandoms, and actually almost, there are people who study the YouTube trends to know whether the movie is going to be successful in theater or not. And what we're really doing is now jointly taking a giant leap forward and saying if this fandom has already been built. So, for example, taking Sitare Zameen Par, just videos associated with this movie in all shape or form since April, from when Aamir started to talk about it and promote it, have crossed 350 million views. So that's tremendous love from the audience. How do you now empower the audience to also consume it then and there on a screen of their choice? And I think last but not the least, there is this huge opportune moment also for family viewing in India, which comes on the back of CTVs. And, again, if you look at numbers, India is reaching nearly 50 million smart CTV screens. And that creates, again, a unique opportunity, especially for content which people love to consume on larger screens, while at the same time not forgetting the power of your mobile theater, which you can carry with you anywhere and everywhere. So we see it in summary as absolutely strategic to what we want to do in the market. And we want to definitely work, with Aamir on this and, see this as a long-term journey.
Aamir, you took a chance with this because if the movie did very well, but I'm saying, God forbid if it.
I did. You're absolutely right. We did not sell the subscription model before the release. That was a tough decision and a big decision. And so we didn't have any safety net. Last time we spoke, I was talking about the safety net. So I really believe that, at the end of the day, it is the audience which decides, how much they love the film. And the film works, any film works on word of mouth when people love the film. So it's important for me that when I come out of the film, I want to know whether people have liked it. And the theatrical audience has told us that they really loved the film. The film has done more than 250 crores worldwide, and it has received a lot of love. But still, that decision of saying no to 125 crores was not an easy one. I will not deny that. I was given a lot of advice against what I was doing. But I strongly felt that that's a model which I feel in the long run is not good for me. It doesn't work for me as a creative person. It doesn't work for me as a business person also, as a production house. It doesn't work for me. And I felt that rather than the 125 crores of a pre-sale that I'm getting from a subscription platform, I would rather take the 100 rupees from each and every audience of mine. You know, my audience, I want that 100 rupees of that audience is more valuable to me. We may not reach that 125 number, but that 100 rupees of the audience is much more valuable to me than that, because, you know, I strongly believe that, you know, this is the future.
Thank you very much, Aamir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gujran, for your time. Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.